Welcome to this week's issue of Print21. My name is Wayne Robinson, editor of the magazine. This week we're coming to you from what is normally a bustling street in suburbia, but as you can see from behind me, every shop in this street is closed, not operational, which is a reflection of the economy and the situation that we're all in with the coronavirus, which of course is having a big impact on the printing industry, as every other industry. News this week in the printing industry is actually led by a new campaign that's been launched by AMWU, the union, PVCA, Print and Visual Communication Association, the Employers Association, and Marvel Bookbinding, Wayne Easthall's business. These organisations have launched a campaign aimed at telling the government that it needs to bring back all its print that's currently going overseas, predominantly to China, but also to places like Vietnam, Indonesia, Singapore, and sometimes further afield. Government print is numbers about more than $150 million. Is going overseas every year, and this is print from government, but also government institutions, the National Gallery in Victoria, Queensland Art Gallery, sending hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of jobs overseas at a time when the Australian print industry, many of its presses are laying idle, and printers are wondering why taxpayer money is going overseas. The government, the response from the institutions, the art galleries, the government comes back as it's cheaper. But the reason, of course, that it's cheaper, as printers are pointing out, is that Australian printers are loaded up with government charges, superannuation at 9.5%, payroll tax, OH&S compliance, environmental compliance, other taxes that Chinese printers and overseas printers simply don't have to pay. And the Australian print industry is saying it's completely unfair that the government loads the costs of all these costs onto them and then says you're too expensive, we're going overseas. You can join in the campaign, sign an e-petition, which is on go to the print21.com.au website or the pvca.org.au website, follow the links, sign the petition, lobby your MP, let's bring this print back. Private corporations, of course, can do what they want, send the print where they want, but government, taxpayer money should be being spent in Australia. That's $150 million that the industry is missing out on at this crucial time. The virus, of course, continues to dominate the news. Sadly, this week, Australian Community Media, the country's biggest regional newspaper publisher, was formerly Fairfax Rural Press till it was sold last year. It has just stopped printing, or on Monday will stop printing at four of its print production sites. Almost 160 local newspapers will stop. Suspended is the word from the company, but all regional newspapers, in fact all media, is facing tough times at the moment. News Corp stopped printing its 60 community papers 2 weeks ago, including the Wentworth Courier, the Manly Daily, former Star Products, all suspended. North East Media, Seven West Media, the list is long of community newspapers that have stopped. Australian Community Media's 14 daily titles, including the Canberra Times, the Newcastle Herald, they will continue for the time being. In other virus news, of course, many of us are looking nervously at stock markets, particularly for our super funds. They've all taken a battering over recent weeks. Well-managed ones, not such a battering as others. The Media Super, the media fund for the print industry, its CEO, Graham Russell, has come out swinging against critics that say he and other super funds shouldn't be investing in infrastructure because they're liquid assets, and at a time when the government has said printers can get people can get up to $20,000 of their money from super. Some politicians saying you shouldn't have money in liquid assets. Graham Russell and others have come out saying we absolutely should. It provides a counterweight against the volatility of shares, and actually the returns are even better than shares. Infrastructure assets would include airports, toll roads, energy companies, telecommunication assets, that kind of thing. Media Super doing a great job in difficult times. And in further virus news, Fair Work Commission has just said that it will allow employees to take 2 weeks unpaid pandemic leave, and they can take annual leave at twice the rate that they are allowed, but of course being paid half as much, all if that's in agreement with the employer. PVCA says it welcomes all flexibility, and that's a good thing. PVCA actually is running today, that's Thursday, and tomorrow, Friday, a webinar, 3 p.m, on the rent relief assistance package and on this latest Fair Work Commission edict. Go to the print21.com.au website and follow the links there. Finally this week, an upbeat note, congratulations to GSP Print. That's the printer that is now owned by JC&Co, prints all its outdoor work and other stuff as well for other people. Celebrating 50 years in business. Congratulations there, started in Adelaide, now based in Sydney, but that's a great story. That's it for me, Wayne Robinson, signing off for this week's Print21. Go to print21.com.au for all the week's news.